Hey guys, it's Megan. So I wanted to do a quick video. I was actually thinking about going live, but I wanted to share this in a few different places with a few of our team members. So I wanted to make sure to just do a plain video and upload it in a number of different ways so that I could share it with as many of our team and coaches as possible. So I am thinking and gearing up for our next Super Saturday event, which is April 8th. And I've been talking to many of you about the importance of going or helping you to find a location near you and just in general, the excitement behind the Super Saturday. We're also hearing that they're going to be announcing some big news at this one, so I'm really excited. Now, for me, most of you know that I used to live in Massachusetts. I grew up in Massachusetts, and I moved to New Hampshire here about 2 hours away from my old home over this last summer. And so when I used to go to my Super Saturday, it was anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour away for a drive. And that was the closest for our location. There was a lot of them in the New England area, but that was, generally speaking, that was where I went. It was more important for me to go where my team was going to be, so I made sure to find a group and go together, and that was kind of how that unfolded. But since I've moved, it's kind of hard to drive far away. It would be an over 2.5 hour drive if I wanted to attend Super Saturday back where I used to live. So I thought it would just be more beneficial for me to create and host my own event up in this area, because I do know that there is a handful of Beachbody coaches up here, and I didn't care if there were 5 people there or 500. I really just thought it would be a great experience to host my own, and then I wouldn't have to drive 2 hours either if it was in my own town. So that's kind of where things happen for me. So this event that's coming up in April, April 8th, it will be my second event. And I think we're going to be doubling in size. We had like 8 people last time, and I think we're going to have like 15, 20. So that's exciting. But again, talking to you guys about, the importance of attending events, and I really started thinking about, if you've never been before, how important it really is to get there. So I wanted to do a quick video, like I said, and just talk to you a little bit more about this so you could understand really the magnitude of what a live event can do for you in your business, your coaching business. So, the first thing that I think about is it's really kind of an awesome thing to just get away from the computer, right? To actually get out from under your week and meet people in person. So many times we're caught up in social media all day long. We're typing behind our computer, or we're on our phone on social media like all day long. And it's just nice to be able to get away and get out from under that. And, this is part of your job now, to go out and see people in person and stuff. So I really just feel like it kind of breaks up the daily grind, right? And the other thing about it is it's a place that you can go and just focus solely on like your commitment to the business, like refocusing on your dreams and why you got involved in the first place, thinking about your future, right? So we always have this really awesome why when we first get started, when we first sign up, and it's like these dreams and these goals that we have, right? And so when we're typing away all day long, sometimes that just gets forgotten, right? We've got so many things we're doing. We're on social media, we're talking to challengers, like there's so much going on. So this is an awesome way to gain strength from what you're doing all week long. You gain strength, and then you go back home and you feel energized, and you can then sit down and do what you need to do to move your business forward. So I love that feeling of feeling that refocus and that those dreams that you've been thinking of, your why and that kind of stuff gets rejuvenated when you go to these events, right? I think that you also really gain a lot of strength in the presentations. So it could be something that you're learning, or it could just be like a transformation story. The speaker might say something to you that really hits home, an aha moment that can carry you forward. Sometimes, somebody just says something at the right time in your life and you can like take that with you and you're like, yeah, like this aha moment happens inside you, right? So those happen like all of the time. I mean, I have hundreds and hundreds of different ideas that I could share with you, different nuggets that have helped me to take my business to the next level. I'm looking down because I want to take notes and make sure to touch upon each thing for you guys. So I have literally experience after experience between Super Saturday and Summit and anything else that I've been at, and notes that I could actually apply today to make my business better, to make me better, to help me to just do better, right? Do better. It's anything from the speakers to the presenters to our celebrity trainers, like Sean T spoke last year. That was huge. And that was a big emotional speech that he gave. Some of our major top coaches talk about social media and things that they do, and you're like, wow, yeah, that's a really good idea. I remember specifically listening to Hillary Kelly one year in one of the trainings, and like her step-by-step approach on how to recruit coaches, and it was stuff that I was like, almost there on, but hearing her tips really helped me with that. I remember last year hearing a panel of couples. This was really cool because you heard so many stories of either he started first or she started first, and then he wasn't on board or she wasn't on board. One wanted to be the mom at home or the dad at home, right? And it was just all these different stories. I think there was like 4 or 5 couples, and they're like powerhouses in our company. And so it was really cool to hear about how they started and how much they struggled to get to the point where they were. And it was just really neat to get the guy's perspective, because I feel like this is a predominantly woman-driven business, right? Most of our team is made up of women. We just don't get that feedback a lot. So that was really cool. And that was more of an emotional takeaway. That wasn't anything that I could apply or do or, talk my husband into doing this with me. I mean, and that's not for everybody either. That doesn't work for a lot of coaches. And they said that too. They were like all set up to, I think it was like Melissa McAllister that spoke at one of our events and said, she was all set to have her husband quit what he was doing because she was making enough money. She's like, this is what your job is going to be in my back office, and you're going to do this and this. And it didn't work, and he hated it. And so, she runs a business, I don't know how much he's got his hands in, today, but it really sounded like it just wasn't something that suited him. And so, and that's okay too, but I feel like, she wanted to share her vision of, she thought she was going to bring him home, and then, it was going to be like the two of them at home and they could do whatever they want. And he was going to help her with the business, and it just didn't unfold that way, and that's okay, right? But it was cool to hear that perspective, and to get that take. So honestly, I can't think of a single event that I have attended that I didn't take away something. And like I said before, I have hosted my own events. I used to drive over 2 hours, and even actually we got a couple of us together and we went on, hopped a plane to Pittsburgh to go to Super Saturday. People keep calling. It's like spam. So I grabbed a couple of coaches and we hopped a plane to Pittsburgh, and we went to Melanie Mitro's Super Saturday. The plane tickets were cheap enough. We thought it was like a girls' night out, a girls' night away. It was awesome. And because Carl Deichler was there, and the takeaways were incredible from that event as well. So I really just feel like they are that powerful that you need to attend them. I think what's more is that it's an incredible validation that you get in your decision in becoming a Beachbody coach. You're seeing lots and lots and lots of other people that are just like you who made this decision to become a coach, right? And so this validates your concerns on if you're doing the right thing, right? You don't really know a lot of people in person. I mean, I don't. Meeting more and more people, I feel like, that are coaches, definitely. But it feels good to know that you've made the right decision, right? That there's so many others just like you, seeing and hearing, so many others that have overcome things and have reached the top of the company anyhow, even despite all their adversities, makes you think, why can't I do that too? We hear that all the time. Why not you? Of course, right? And why not? Why not you? So I love that. For me, I love the positive peer pressure. The recognition feels good, right? So I can remember like my first Super Saturday event, we'd see, they recognized all the diamonds in order on stage. So they would recognize all the 1 stars come up on stage, 2 stars, superstars, and there was a few that we had in our Super Saturday events at the time. So it was cool to see like the 15 stars get up there and stuff. It was crazy, right? And each time they got more rankings, right? You'd find out, oh, this one got now is 6 star. Now this one's 7 star, right? And so they got on to be on stage for recognition. And, for me, I kept thinking, that's going to be me next time. I mean, I'll be darned if I'm not going to be up on that stage, right, the next time that I come to a Super Saturday event. So, and didn't I go home then determined to make this business work? It makes you go home and work harder. And, because you're afraid to look back or go back rather, and not be further along in your business, right? So for me, the recognition was really big. Even if you're just working a little bit in your business, right? So it took me some time, to get there, which is fine. I still went home determined, and I still went home and worked hard. But I finally got my dream to walk last year at Summit on the big football field with all the other diamonds. So, probably nobody really saw me. I tried to video it as best I could and put it on Facebook. But what really mattered was that I felt awesome, that I accomplished it for me and what I wanted, right? And I was on cloud 9. So, the peer pressure helped me face my fears to make things happen in my business. So that's something that is different for everyone, right? But you know what, let's face it, we live in a world where things can be discouraging, right? Because not a lot of people understand what it is that we do. So going to these events is going to feel comforting to you, right? Suddenly we are finding ourselves surrounded by people who think just like me. They share my dreams and they share my hopes and my beliefs in the system, in the product, in the company, and what a multi-level marketing company means and is. The positive attitudes from everyone just fill us up so that we can go home and do the hard stuff, right? The day-to-day, the messaging people, the going back and forth with people that don't understand how much Shakeology is or don't want to spend the money, all of those things that we deal with on a daily basis. Going to these live events is going to help you to deal with that stuff so much better and just give you the tools to be able to be equipped to do that. So I hope that helped. I really just wanted to share with you guys, the purpose for being there and what it can do for you and how important it is. And I honestly feel like if you are a coach and you're trying to work your business and you're serious about growing this business and making something for yourself and for your family, that they are mandatory, that you need to get to the events. I don't care if it's Summit. I don't care if it's Super Saturday. You need to be there. It really should be non-negotiable for you. And I feel like that. If I cannot attend a certain event, there's usually a really good reason. I don't think I've ever missed a Super Saturday unless it conflicted with something. And I've been to Summit every year since I've been a coach. I already have my ticket now. I'm going to be going in a day early this year. I'm excited for that. Going to get certified for Core de Force. And, I'm excited for everything. And even if I was going by myself, I still would do it because it's important to me. It's important to growing and becoming, a force to be reckoned with. Like Heather says, you're the go-to person that people are going to look to for this business. You're the expert. So you need to fill yourself up with as much knowledge from your peers as humanly possible so that you can be the best at this business and share that with everyone. Slowly but surely, this type of business model is growing. And I am experiencing more and more every day that people understand exactly what this is. I never get that pyramid scheme question at all. People are understanding because there's so many others of us It's becoming mainstream now. So it's really just a matter of educating people. And what better way to educate people about what we do than to fill yourself up with education at these live events. So get to a Super Saturday. If you have any questions as to where one is, I'll put a link in the comments to make sure that you can find yours. If you need help, ask your coach or your upline to help you find the location nearest you, or come see me up here in New Hampshire. Okay, guys, see ya.